Hello and welcome to my presentation on polymers in fashion and clothing. Polymers play vital roles in all aspects of modern life, including clothing, medication, sports, electronics and many more. From all the roles polymers play in life which I just listed, you probably wouldn't think clothing is the most important, but actually serves multiple purposes which you may not have thought about. They provide warmth and protection from the outside world. They can be used as identification for working roles, such as a police officer or a school uniform for children or religion, and more generally, just a way for someone to express themselves. Fabrics made from polymers are also used in other items, such as parachutes or tents, so the uses and applications are not limited at all. So what actually is a polymer? A polymer is made from multiple monomers joining together to form a longer chain. So here we have our monomer, and then two monomers can join together to form a dimer, and three monomers join together to form a trimer. These monomers, dimers, and trimers can all join together to form a polymer. There are different ways these polymers can be formed, either by step growth polymerization or chain growth polymerization. In step growth polymerization, any species, be it a monomer, a dimer, or a trimer, can join together to form longer chains shown in this animation. So here we have our monomers, and then dimers form, then trimers, and then they all link together to form the polymer. This leads to a gradual growth pattern. In chain growth polymerization, monomers are added to the growing polymer chain one by one, shown here, and this leads to a more linear growth pattern. Chain growth polymerization also has a reaction mechanism with three steps: initiation, propagation, and termination. While step growth differs as any species in the mixture can react, so they do not rely on chain reactions. There are also different types of polymers, natural and synthetic. The difference is quite simple. Natural polymers are formed naturally in the environment, and synthetic are man-made. Examples of natural polymers are cotton, silk, and wool, and examples of synthetic polymers are polyester, nylon, and spandex. Here are a few items I pulled from my wardrobe and which polymers that they correspond with. The structure of these polymers affect their properties drastically, which is why certain polymers are used for different functions. For example, here is the structure of spandex. It is made up of long chain polyglycol combined with short diisocyanates and contains at least 85% polyurethane. This helps with the properties spandex fibers have, where they can stretch up to 500%. The properties of spandex are due to the presence of both flexible and rigid segments in the polymer chain. Because flexible segments link the rigid segments in each chain, the fiber can stretch, and this explains why spandex is so elastic. Spandex is also soft and lightweight due to this structure. This makes spandex ideal for sportswear, not to mention it is also a great fabric to use for superhero suits. Another example is silk. Silks are fibrous proteins produced by silkworms and spiders. The amino acid composition of silk fibronin consists primarily of glycine, alanine, and serine. The primary sequence results in a hydrophobic protein with a natural co-block polymer design. This leads to the properties of silk being breathable and having a low stretchability. The future of polymers. The futures of polymers in fashion can be seen in different ways, for example sustainability or improving functionality, but I decided to focus on the future of polymers in high fashion. One aspect that I will be talking about is the use of polymers in electronics combined with the use of polymers in fabrics. Zendaya's 2019 Met Gala look, for example, used LEDs and robotics to bring the dress to life. LEDs to light up the dress and robotics to animate it. Drone lithium polymer batteries were also used to power this dress, and the circuit boards would have also had polymers integrated into them. In future, fashion will have more polymer elements to enhance clothing while also making sure it is functional, so it can still be worn and won't be too heavy. Polymer LEDs, along with other types of polymers, could be used as they are lightweight and flexible, making them simple and inexpensively used in the future of fashion. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something new.